I'll show you just briefly what I said, what we're going to cover during the session. So like I said, I'm going to show you how to do the channels, right? And how to upload a file and then how to do a video call. So that is going to be the sum total. And if you have questions to ask, then you can ask questions, because Microsoft Teams is a new platform. It's the online version of Microsoft. So as I said in the previous tutorials, you must download the app. And if you are attached to a school or an education institution, then you do have free access to Microsoft 365, right? That is the name of the Microsoft online package. So hi Keith, hi Cheryl, lovely to have you here, bro. So let's start. I'm going to start with the creation of the channels, and I'll check who's online. So the first thing I have to do is I'm first going to start a team. Remember we spoke about how to create a team. So I think all of you are familiar with that. So create a team. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to create a new team, because you can see I've hidden all my teams there. So I'm going to create an entirely new team tonight. Now, if you recall, Noel and I sort of created a school called Freedom Combined School. And so I'm going to build this team from scratch. I'm going to make it a private team so that only the people who belong to the school can join the team. And because it's still the Freedom Combined School, I'm going to give this team a name, Freedom Combined, and I'm going to make it the Freedom Combined Staff. Right? Now, if you can recall, we said that in our staff, we include both the teaching and the non-teaching staff. So this team is for all teaching and non-teaching staff. Okay, so that's a team, because I thought I'll create a team from scratch again so that you can see. If I can just get this on this side, Chris. So there's the team that I'm creating. It's the combined staff, the combined staff team, and now I can add names. I'm just going to add School Corridor as a staff member, but just imagine that you adding all your staff members, right? So I'm adding my staff, I close, School Corridors, one of the staff members, and then that is the interface you see. And now this is what I want to explain. So there is your team, and in the team environment, you have a general channel, which means that all the information, all the messages, all the conversations, all the video calls that you make, that will be housed here in this general channel of the Freedom Combined staff team, right? So all our posts will be here. So let me, if I click on post there, you can see, if I start a conversation, let me just say, hi everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. So this will go to all the staff members. Everybody will see it. And like I explained in the other tutorial, that you can add emojis here as well. So here's some nice, just to show that you really care and so forth, right? So I'll say enter. So that is one of the posts that I've just sent. That's a conversation we have. So if everybody has conversations in this team, then when you open the team, Freedom Combined School, and you open this particular team, Freedom Combined Staff, you'll see all the posts of all the conversations that people are having. And then if you upload files here for the entire staff, if you want to upload any document, you will do it here, right? So everybody who belongs to the team will then see the files here. So we're going to just upload a file, and hopefully Chris will be able to pull it here from our documents. Now this is for the entire staff, right? Now let's assume I'm going to drop this document in there. It's the employment equity, it's a summary doc. So let's say I put that file in the general channel of this team. Then it means that everybody in the team will have access to that document. Okay? And then of course, now let's move on to the next step. So we want to create dedicated channels or dedicated project teams or dedicated groups, right, with a particular focus. So that means we are going to create a channel. So let's go to the ellipses here, the 3 dots that you see here. We click on that, like I showed you the last time. Now we're going to add a channel, right? So we add a channel. It's in this team. This channel, for argument's sake, is going to be called the legislation, let's just say legislation and policy channel. All right, policies channel, which means, and then I say add. So that channel lives within that team. Okay, so you've got the Freedom Combined team, then you have the general channel where everything is. Then we created a specific dedicated area where we would like to house all the documents concerning the policies and the legislation and the conversations that we have concerning the various laws or the different policies that we have. Okay, are you with me? You can drop. I don't think we can see the chat here, Chris, but it's fine. Let me just complete this first. So now that is the channel, right? So only legislation and policies will be housed here. So let's go to files. Let's say I want everybody to have access to the file, which is which one did I drop in? Was it the Basic Conditions of Employment Act or this one? Which one did I drop in the other one? Okay, so let's say I drop the Basic Conditions of Employment Act in the legislation and policies channel, right? So all the laws, like I said, all the laws, all the regulations, all the policies we'll put here so people will have access to it. So if you want to access the Basic Conditions of Employment Act, let me just go to the general one to show you what's happening here. Notice in files, I placed the employment equity document in the general channel, right? The one that houses everything that happens in the team. And then if you go to the dedicated channel that I've just created, you'll see that in this channel, I've dropped the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. It is not in the general channel. Are you with me? So you can keep all your documents together in a channel, all the conversations that concerns this area, the legislation and policies, all those conversations can be held in this channel. Okay, so you'll see there, it's the Freedom Combined staff team, and within the team we have a channel called legislation and policies, and in the channel I dropped a file called the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. It's just the summary of that act. Okay, so I can go back to posts. So if I start a conversation here, I can say, for example, let's say I want to send a specific message because all the team members also belong to this channel. I want to send a specific message. So I'm going to send this message to, let's say I send it to Keith and say, Keith, please upload the educator job descriptions in this channel for us. Okay, so that everybody will see this job descriptions in here. So everybody that belongs to our team will see this message, but this message is very specifically directed at Keith. So Keith must ensure that all those documents are uploaded here. Okay, so there we go. Keith gets the message and of course he will respond. Alright, I'll check if there are any questions, but let me just start the second channel. Remember we said this is the team, there's a general channel where all the information is housed, all the conversations, all the business in that area. Then you have dedicated channels where you can have specific dedicated conversations around that focus area and also drop all the files and documents that concern that particular area in that channel. Okay, so let's just create another channel just in case I'm not making myself clear. Let's say we're going to add another channel. Now this channel we're going to call the curriculum channel. Curriculum business channel. Okay. Add it. Notice here it says automatically show this channel in everyone's channel list. So I'll just check it. So that means that all the team members, the entire staff, non-teaching and teaching will see the business in this channel. I'll say add. So the channel is added. Notice now, still the same team, Freedom Combined staff, different channel, curriculum business, right? Posts, different. There's nothing here, no conversations yet. If I go to legislation and policies, notice posts, I sent a message to Keith, okay? And I uploaded a file here called the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. and it's the summary of that Basic Conditions of Employment Act. Okay, back to Curriculum Business, the new channel that I've just created. I can send a post here and say just thinking of a name here. So let's say Theola, please upload the CAPS documents, CAPS policies for staff. Okay, so that message goes to Theola, and I can put an emoji there like I explained. Let's put a nice emoji there. Let's put that funny cracker dancing there. Okay, there's the message. Now I want to upload a file. Right? No, check here. In this channel, there are no files. Blank. I want to upload a file that is directly connected to curriculum. So I go to upload file right there. I'm going to go to my documents on my desktop, and then you'll see I've got here's the Teach Like a Champion, and that has to do with curriculum because it gives you all the teaching and learning strategies, and there you can see it's uploaded in the Curriculum Business channel. Okay, so for those of you who just joined us now, we're just showing how to create channels. There's the team. The team is called Freedom Combined Staff. There's the initial. We explained that in the previous tutorials. It's a private team. At this point, only 2 people belong to the team. All teaching and non-teaching staff form part of this team. And there we have all these icons. There's a setting icon and, of course, the people. Right? Then in this team, we have 2 channels, dedicated channels. We have the general channel for the whole staff. Right, then we have Curriculum Business as one channel, and we have Legislation and Policies as another channel. Remember, I created the Legislation and Policies channel first, but because curriculum starts with a C, the channels will be alphabetized, right? So you can see that the channels arrange themselves here. Then I explained that because those channels are thematic, they focus, you're grouping things around a particular topic, around a particular area in the channel, you will then also upload all your files there. So I just explained that in the general team channel, we can check which files have been uploaded there, and we'll see that when we get there, because it's general, yes, it also, I'm in the Curriculum Business now, sorry, I need to be in the general one, sorry for that. If I go to the files, notice the only file line in the general file area is the summary of the employment equity document. Then in the curriculum channel, we uploaded dedicated files to do with curriculum, and you'll see that the Teach Like a Champion PDF booklet is lying there. And then, of course, we did the same with Legislation and Policies. We dropped a file in that channel that's dedicated to all legal matters, and that one is the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. Okay, that's sort of a summary of the channels, and then I think I did show you how you can start a conversation as per normal. There you have the Theola, please upload the CAPS policies for the staff in the curriculum business. And then if I want to, now moving on to how to start a video conversation, right? You can start a video right from this interface. You don't have to go out. You can start right there. You can click on the video icon. You can type, and let's say we're going to have a grade 4 curriculum meeting, which means that I'm going to invite all the grade 4 teachers to this meeting. And let's say I'm going to have the meeting now. I'm not going to schedule the meeting. I'm going to have the meeting right now. Then I can just click on that, and you'll see your face on camera like this. And then, of course, you have on the right-hand side the bar there, and you can invite people. You can see Sharon Lewin is the organizer, and now I can start inviting people to the meeting, okay? And then just on that same screen, you'll see this bar here. It's like a navigation bar here. You'll see there's the video camera. So if you don't want to see yourself, you can just click on that, and then your profile pic will show. Now, be careful, choose, make sure that your profile pic is sort of a nice pic, that it's not, because if your face is not there, your profile pic is going to show. So at least have a profile pic that is not offensive. And then, of course, if I activate that, you can see me on screen again. If I want to mute myself, then I'll click on the mute button. If I want to mute the participants in the meeting, then I can also just mute everybody, or I can ask people to mute themselves when they come into a meeting, because you don't want the noise and so forth. So you can ask people just to mute themselves. You can even ask people to turn their camera off, so that you save on some bandwidth. Your internet may be slow, so if you have too many videos on, then your internet is going to run slowly. So you can ask people to switch off their video, and then if they want to say something, if they want to contribute, then you can ask them to switch on their video. And in that way, the host, the coordinator of the meeting, will then know who would like to say something. And then you can say, okay, you can switch on your video, and you can perhaps raise your hand, and then we know you want to speak. And then only when the person starts speaking, let me just mute that quickly, only when the person starts saying something, then he or she can unmute himself or herself. Okay, so at all times, just try to control, the background noise that you have, and also try to control the, that you don't put too much strain on people's internet connectivity when all your videos are on. The other good practice is that we've been advised is that you invest in those, what do you call it? Earbuds, the little mics,
Okay, headset.
Headset. The headset, the normal headset that comes with the phone. You can use that, plug it into your computer, and that also helps to just cut out all background noises and echoes and so forth. Okay, so you can sort of go through this navigation bar here. You'll see there's more actions here. So if you click on there, then you'll be able to see your device settings, whether you're working on a computer or on your phone. It can show you meeting notes. You can go full screen. In other words, you can take the entire screen, but you can read through all that information. And then, of course, while you are having your video conference or your video meeting, you can also have a meeting chat. So people can actually be chatting while, say, for example, there are two people speaking or the host is speaking, and then people can start greeting each other or, making suggestions in the chat section as well. Show participants. Of course, once we invite everybody to the meeting, you'll see a list of all the participants. And when you're done with the meeting, you greet everybody and you say goodbye, and you close and you leave. Okay, so that is sort of the sum total of the session. Can I close here now? Okay, hopefully I'll come on screen now. Yeah, so let me see. I can't even see where the chat where the chat is. Oh, hi Janine, lovely to have you here. I was just rolling on and on and on. I cannot greet you.